Welcome to the Genetic Code. I'm your host, Jeanette Collins. This podcast is designed to take you one episode at a time on an intimate journey of your own personal transformation. Each podcast will have tools and techniques for you to practice in your daily life to create the very best version of you. Let's get started. Wisdom. The road to transformation of the old you and the old behaviors to a new road with a greater version of you, with your new loving responses, will be presented with many daily choices and decisions on the best way to guide your inner journey. This new way of being, the greater, more elevated version of you, needs wisdom to guide you. Wisdom means the quality of having experience, knowledge, and good judgment, the quality of being wise. Wisdom then doesn't necessarily come with being older. If you have the same old programs running from your youth and not much has really changed in you, like your reactions or your negative behaviors, then the wisdom isn't there so much. Because wisdom is what arises within us as we face into the fears of our own behaviors and become a greater you. This brings about compassion, forgiveness, and understanding within you, towards you. In order to become a greater version of you, you had to change how you talked within yourself, how you judged yourself and your automatic reactions, to ones without judgment and more love. The practice of being aware and using your consciousness to shift and change the old you was rewriting a new, more loving subconscious program. The subconscious programs, whether positive or negative, will run automatically whenever we are thinking and not present in the present moment of now. So it takes conscious effort to stay as present as you can. This practice of being aware of your behaviors and patterns and practicing changing them fosters wisdom to grow within you. This wisdom is born out of the old stories and emotions that you have overcome through your daily practice. This assists you in seeing others and their behaviors with new, wiser eyes. There are many times that I have experienced that the great wisdom that's within us, that's expanding, has quietly suggested for me to be silent in many situations, and to speak at times when my old self would rather have been quiet. Sometimes this wisdom only needs to smile at another, cry with another, or hug someone without any real words to say. As you keep practicing love to you, when you think you're more deserving of some old form of abuse, and you feel your own compassion towards you, you are emulating love, the greatest love of all. This love that creates everything in the universe has distinct qualities. It allows, it's intentional, it's compassionate, it's without judgment, it's wise, and so forth. So like watching your favorite person or wanting to be like someone you really admire, if you loved everything about them, you would practice exactly how they did things or responded to people and situations. Maybe it's Buddha or Jesus or Krishna that you admire. There are many that have walked a path to demonstrate being in alignment with the divine energy of love. As you practice your behaviors of compassion, love, gentleness, wisdom, and kindness, you begin to awaken those energies within you. You see, when you opened your eyes to have your life experience on this planet, you came with all the qualities of divine greatness. Just like a seed has all the qualities to produce a forest, and homes for birds, people, and safety from storms, and many, many other possibilities, you have greatness within you. But like the seed, if you don't plant it, care for it, water it, and love it, it will sit on your dresser and just appear to be just a seed. It can't awaken itself. It needs you and care. The qualities you seek are within you and will be awakened with your loving care and attention and wisdom. Like the seed when it's first planted, you protect its tender, vulnerable life. You give it the right amount of sun and water, and you protect it from the harsh weather and cold storms until it has grown big enough to sustain and support itself. When it's bigger and grown to a healthy size, the plant begins to demonstrate what qualities it held within its seed. You have a seed of greatness. It takes learning and wisdom to care for it, to grow these qualities within you and watch the world around you change to reflect your new image. The qualities that you are awakening within you are beyond the human understanding and can expand to abilities beyond what you may have ever seen or believed possible. The contribution you will bring to others will inspire them to achieve and awaken the greatness within them. Wisdom is part of the journey of our souls. We cannot have wisdom without experiences of the opposite. We are always given the opportunity to evolve and change, so the journey of learning and experience is very diverse. Life is full of beauty and wonder, and as you continue on your own journey with its unique experiences, remember to be kind to you and the experiences you are having, and to be less judgmental on the results that you're having than your old self ever really was. Wisdom will tell you that life is a beautiful, delightful journey of ups and downs, happy moments, sad ones, experiences that shake you to the core, and ones that leave you in deep awe and gratitude. Wisdom will demonstrate to you that the journey here isn't to arrive at a certain place with your knowledge bag in hand and everything to conquer the world inside. It's so that you feel successful, but that every breath and moment that you have and are practicing being present for will gift you in ways that nothing else can. You are the beautiful journey called life. Because you are here in your body having such diverse emotions, feelings, and experiences, you, by your presence, bring everything to life. We are choosing each moment of our time here, how we would like to experience the environment around us, and how we want to feel inside us about each and every event. Wisdom tells you that there are events and circumstances always at play here on planet Earth, and the more you become the inner master of your own emotions and world, the more exquisite the results will appear. Here is a small example for you to ponder on. A few years ago, I had the privilege to experience death in a few different ways in a very short time frame. First, in June, my eldest brother died from cancer, and I went through what seemed like the normal process of loss. I wasn't really close to him, but I had a love for him in his later years, better than I had ever had. I was feeling inside like I would do this, and that I could do this. And I was also experiencing the feeling of loss of a sibling for the first time. 3 weeks later, my brother, who I was very, very close to and loved him dearly, I had a very different relationship with him, was killed in Mexico. It was a shocking, violent action to his passing. My abilities were greatly challenged. I was so filled up with instant anger that I didn't know how to respond. It felt so pointless, and I found myself pointing the finger of blame to someone in some instance outside of me to relieve the shock my body was in. I sat in this emotion for the next 24 hours, being hurled around in the emotion like a small boat in a storm at sea. I was lost to find anything for comfort. As I wrestled with this intense feeling, thoughts and emotions, I remembered to breathe, to stop, to make all that I was currently experiencing okay to be there. I closed my eyes. I touched my heart, and I sobbed uncontrollably for the next few hours. By now it was about 3:30 in the morning. I had stopped crying, and my eyes were still shut. I could feel my heart beating inside my chest, so I followed the rhythm of the beat. I don't know how long I had been sitting doing that when I felt a deep knowing surface to the top of my awareness, like a submarine coming up to the water's surface. Without any words, I was overcome with a knowing, not a message that I had to make sense of, but a deep knowing that I was hearing with my heart, a profound truth that some deeper part of me knew and had forgotten. This is the knowing put into words. The brother who was killed and those who performed the act, I love them all. In a way my brain couldn't comprehend, my heart understood. and knew that this love I was feeling was all-encompassing, all-including, and had total allowing of all experiences to just be. I remembered that my suffering was coming from the story of separation, that it shouldn't be happening, that someone was to blame. This energy was so strong and filled every part of my being, I just breathed and felt my heart again, a little deeper. Then, with my eyes still closed, there, right in front of me, was my brother, smiling and beautifully whole. Then, without words, he said, "It's all divine and perfect." Then he was gone. It wasn't really the message that had brought so much comfort. It was the remembering that had filled me up with moments before that I knew I would be able to rely on in the months to come. When the stories or hurts came at full force to challenge me with this knowing, I could rely on this remembrance that had come to my mind and into my heart. I have relied on that experience in so many ways since. 3 months after the two brothers had died, my father passed away. And a week after his burial, my younger brother passed away from a drug-related issue. The experiences that I had been in for the past 5 months were quite the initiation process for my growth. And the work I had done for years earlier to become more of a master of my own emotions and less of a slave were reaping amazing results for me. Wisdom tells us there is beauty in the ashes, and that when we use the power of our hearts to interpret the message, it will be a gift out of the unknown realm that will gift you with deeper love, compassion, wisdom, and experiences that reflect your own inner worth in ways your thoughts could never even come close to understanding. These kind of life experiences are what I believe we came here for, to find out through our own experiences if there is more love, more joy, and more beauty than we ever thought possible before. We are on an amazing journey through this life, and we are blessed with so many different experiences that are there for our choosing. We are the ones who are choosing to expand or contract, and both are divine experiences. When we allow ourselves to choose and experience the one choice or the other, with awareness we grow. Sometimes the growth appears small and insignificant, or large and explosive. Either way, we're growing. So let's recap this. Wisdom is the byproduct of the experiences that you and I are having. It takes wisdom to make wiser, more loving choices, so you evolve to a greater way of being. Wisdom holds unknown beauty and gifts for you. It's the sweetness that comes from the struggles and challenges that you have consciously worked with and worked your way through. Wisdom sometimes acts and sometimes remains silent. Wisdom is the direct contact within your heart. Become more heart-centered, and you will experience the deep wisdom that's within you, and it will bless you and others. I invite you this week to practice going to your heart, to feel and to be, to breathe and allow the emotions and feelings that you may be having to just be in your divine presence. Wisdom is a gift that is brought forward as you walk your way back to your beautiful heart. Wisdom blesses all. Notice the times you have had already where wisdom blessed you to respond in ways that enhanced you and maybe brought peace to a situation that may have gotten out of hand otherwise. Thank you for joining me on this podcast. Please share this with others and tune in next week for another chance to learn, grow, and become a part of the greatest journey on earth, the journey to transform yourself, to empower yourself, and to extend that love to the world. You are worth it.